I don't like this Batman suit. I don't like the gloves. The gloves look like weird. It's like, why you got these frou-frou ass gloves right here? The Batman with the little fucking knives on the end, that's utility right there. Like, you could slice somebody with that. With these frou-frou gloves, it wasn't enough for me. Batman animated series, between Batman animated series and the X-Men 90s series. Well, got my wife's hair here. Those two cartoons kind of like made my childhood. And you could throw in obviously Spider-Man as well. Although for me personally, I'm putting Spider-Man at the bottom. I'm probably putting Batman animated series first, but it's like it's close between that and X-Men. Probably depending on what day, what mood I'm in, what day it is, you ask me which one's better. But love the Batman animated series. So we already saw at the beginning of this year that a little bit of the end of last year, but beginning of this year, they came out with the X-Men animated series. And it's basically a continuation of the original 90s series. And it was phenomenal. A lot of the same voice actors, elevated animation style, elevated level of storytelling, a lot more action, a lot more just do for a lot of characters. I mean, it was literally a 9.9 out of 10. I want to give it a 10 out of 10. You know, fuck it. I'm probably gonna give it a 10 out of 10. It was amazing. I mean, down from the intro to all of the things in between, like I just mentioned, to the outro, to where it's like that little 90s computer graphics where it's got like the X-Men there spinning around and it says their powers and shit. Like it was just a fucking masterpiece. And we're always afraid, as you know, especially my generation, is like, yo, if you're gonna touch something from our childhood, I promise you, we will let you know if that shit is trash. As a matter of fact, it could be good, but if it ain't like fire, we're still gonna say it's trash. So the fact that X-Men 97 already got so much love, that tells you how good it was. All right. The marketing behind it was good. Like everything was good. So I, I don't know if DC was like, yo, we need to do the same thing. I don't know if this was in the fucking pipeline for shit that there was coming out, but they announced and it was quick. I saw it was like, oh, Caped Crusader is coming out, and that shit came out like 2 weeks later. So I was like, all right, I gotta check this out, you know. So I watched it. I watched all 10 episodes. Um, I've got a couple of critiques. Do not go into this expecting it to be on the level of the animated series. I'm sorry to say it. It is not the animated series at all. Although I did enjoy watching it, I had fun watching it. You know, as much as I talk about Marvel, I also love Batman. Like, Batman was one of my favorite childhood superheroes when I was younger. I mean, all of the live action movies that I was watching when I was super young were pretty much Batman, if we're being honest. Um, so Batman was like that guy. He was the shit. So me watching this, like, you know, I kind of wanted this to be on the level of the animated series, and it was not. Um, there there were a lot of things that were cool about it that I liked. I liked the direction that they went with making this more grounded. So Batman is already a grounded character. He doesn't really have superpowers. He's intelligent. Little fucking crazy, jumping over roofs and shit, and you ain't got no fucking superpowers. Like, that's crazy. He's got the utility belt and all that shit. He's got the sidekicks. He's got I would say the most high tech thing, especially in the animated series, is obviously the Batmobile. Um, but yeah, he's got all that. He's got the grapple and all of that. But at least the villains in the animated series were kind of elevated. So it made it seem like Batman had powers. So Clayface, what's that? Man Bat, I was gonna say fucking Killer Croc, right? No. Yeah, Killer Croc. I'm tweaking. I always get Killer Croc and Lizard Man confused. But yeah, Killer Croc. Like, you know, Poison Ivy were her henchmen. Like, you know, Mr. Freeze, he kind of has like a freeze gun, even though he's not like super powered, but he's still, he freezes shit. But like, it's not ground. It like the villains, like a lot of the villains are grounded, like the henchmen and shit. But then there's also the villains that got kind of like elevated human capabilities, if that makes sense. In this series, the Caped Crusader, pretty much there's like no superpowers whatsoever. It's just Batman giving the beats to people, dialogue, which the dialogue is actually solid, and all of the villains are very, very fucking grounded. I mean, if we're looking at the villains right here, I think these are all the villains. We're not missing anybody. We got Onomatopoeia. He's just killing people. He says bang, shoot. I don't need to tell you what the definition of onomatopoeia is, but you got that. We got Two Face. Two Face, it came towards the end, but Harvey Dent was throughout the whole series. I would say the first person or the first villain that popped up was Oswald Cobblepot. I'm sorry, Oswalda Cobblepot. So Penguin is a chick in here, a thick, got a fat ass too, man. Let me see if I can pull up a picture. But yeah, they got a female, Oswaldo Cobblepot. No, not Oswald. Oswalda. Oswalda. Where we at right now? And come on. Yeah. We got a female chick. She's out here busting the vocals. She's out here hitting on the black dude, talking about, yo, you could touch me, search me anytime. She's shitting on the white cop though. So shout out to all the chicks that love the BBC. But yeah, she out here with the bustier, whatever you girls call it back in the 1930s, 40s, whatever it is. Like, yeah, like this is how like they had her. She wasn't wearing all this. This is kind of exaggerated, but these two suits right here definitely. She was kind of ruthless. There was one scene where she threw a dude in a suitcase and like threw him in the river for being like a snitch or some shit like that. I was like, yo, that's crazy. We got a Harley Quinn. This Harley Quinn didn't have a connection with Joker. She was a psychiatrist who was like pretty much torturing her patients. I can't tell who the fuck this is over here. Oh no, this is Clayface, I believe. Yeah, Clayface was in here, so he was like a dude who got plastic surgery, wanted to look young. He was an actor and shit like that. And then, his face just got fucking busted. Catwoman, she was obviously stealing shit, but everybody here was grounded, right? Like major differences. So like Two Face, and this is spoilers alert, obviously spoilers. This motherfucker Two Face. First of all, he looked like ugly as fuck, but not because it's Two Face, because of the art decision that they decide. Y'all ever heard of tripodecaphobia? Hold on. This guy Two Face, he didn't use a coin flip at all. He was just murking people. Just like, you know what? Fuck a coin. Bang, 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 killing everybody. I'm like, oh my God. This ain't the Two Face that I grew up with. Two Face, Caped Crusader. Look at this. Oh my God. It looks so fucking ugly. Like, y'all ever heard of tripodecaphobia? Like the fear of like weird patterns and shit? This is his face. A lot of people also mentioned on Twitter that his fucked up part is supposed to be on this side. So I don't know if that's like intentionally or a mistake. It's probably intentionally because they want to be a little different. But this is Two Face. This shit, like, it kind of makes me like itch a little bit. Like, I have tripodecaphobia a little bit. Like, you ever see like those lily pads? I'm not looking up the picture because I'm not trying to trigger anyone. You know what? Fuck it. We gonna look it up because I know y'all gonna talk about like, oh shit, what the fuck is this nigga B minus talking about? Tripodecaphobia. I wanna say. I don't know. No. I'm sorry, not trideca. Fear of holes. Yeah, this shit right here. Yeah, tripodecaphobia. I was spelling it wrong. So this shit right here, bro. Oh my God. I think, oh, yuck. It like gives me the fucking willies. So I think that's the direction. Oh, get it off my screen. I think that's the direction that they wanted to go. They wanted to make it like uneasy and unsettling for the viewer. And I was like, yo, this nigga looks busted. Like you could see he looked good on this side of the face. All right. But then on this side, is like, yo, I was like, get this nigga off screen. But he's also like murking people and kind of doing shit. So it's like you want to watch. All right. But yeah. So either way, this is not like the conventional Batman animated series. Like we can even take a look at the intro right here. I got the intro pulled right up. Give me a second. Right, this is the intro. You guys let me know if this is on par with the original animated series. Like the original animated series intro was like, what was it like? It was like quick, but it was still very, very impactful. This intro is good, but you guys let me know if it's on the level of the original. Like we said, X-Men 97 did it kind of like matching, same music, same feel. It was updated, but it was still fire, right? Yo, they was spraying the shit out of everybody with those fucking Tommy guns, yo. This whole series, everybody got a fucking Tommy. You know how motherfuckers, young niggas got switches? Like in 2024? That's how I'm gonna assume that the fucking mobsters were in the 1930s. Everybody had a fucking Tommy gun. All right, so yeah, y'all let me know. For me personally, I like this intro. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It just ain't on par with the. Come on, let's go to the animated series real quick. Hold up, Batman animated series intro, yo. Let's see this. Hopefully they don't give me a fucking. It's already one right there. Just with that noise and the don't. Look at how menacing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is 1,000 times better than the Cape Crusader intro. They gave us a little bit of action. First of all, you see this fire right here? Time out. I know y'all see the animation of this fire. That shit looks fucking amazing. All right, Cape Crusader. You had your shot to impress us. What the fuck? Yo, the intro ain't it, man. It ain't it. It ain't it. I'm sorry. It's good and all, but you could have did way better with that. Um. So yeah. So all in all, like my review of it, like they tried to mirror and match like certain things, but they changed a lot. They changed a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like this Batman suit. I don't like the gloves. The gloves look like weird. It's like why you got these frou frou ass gloves right here. The Batman with the little fucking knives on the end. That's utility right there. Like you could slice somebody with that. With these frou frou gloves, it wasn't enough for me. I like that this Batman has a little bit of variety in his suit, although I know the suit changes to just strictly, I think it's like two colors. Maybe the belt is yellow towards the like second half of the animated series. But there was a lot of stylistic things that they did different. Like you can see Catwoman, she has a cape in this, right? She has purple suit, she has a green cape. Not really feeling like the matching or whatever, but it's kind of like Barney-ish, but it's all good. Bruce Wayne look good. Um, what else do we have? We have Oswald Cobblepot. I feel like there's one more thing, but all in all, it's like if you're gonna go into this, don't go into this thinking that it's gonna be the best Batman shit that you've ever seen in your life. That ain't the case. Go into this thinking, oh shit, this is like a new Batman. It's kind of like a 1930s 40s type of and not animation but kind of like theme. Everybody's got like those old school hats. Everybody's walking around with Tommy guns. They got like the old school fucking bubble like mafia from like Chicago fucking cars or whatever, like shit like that. Expect that. Expect it to be super super grounded. There's really like nobody, I think. The closest that you kind of get to somebody with superpowers, there's like a ghost dude that's like running around robbing niggas, which is fucking weird as hell. um And then I think there was a scene in the oh no, there was like this little girl who had like super strength, and she was sucking souls from kids. She was a little girl too. I think that's the closest. But like all in all, Batman in this, he's just giving everybody the beats. It's just like fist, punch to the face, dodge, more punches. That's it. Throw a little smoke bomb, but punch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then all the other everybody else just got guns and they just like clapping people. So just go in with that in mind. There's a cool little like cliffhanger ish at the end. I'm sure if you put your thinking caps on, you can kind of figure that out on your own on who's like the special guest at the end that's gonna lead up to next season. But yeah, fucking check it out. I mean, yeah, it's Batman Caped Crusader.